first off, my booty got a little big. Let me give it a little 360. You see. Hey y'all, happy freaking New Year. We are back, guys, we are back. Okay, and baby, when I tell you what a journey it has been, let me spin y'all around so y'all can see what I'm seeing. We in Miami. So my lighting in here is not the best by any means, but I did want to give you guys a bit of a life update. All right, so I'm trying to set you up where y'all can see me because your girl doesn't have the best of lighting in her apartment right now, but I'm in my new apartment. I'm in Miami. All right, y'all should be able to see me now. So yeah, I'm in Miami. Life is good. I am very, very, very much so a blessed girl, okay? So y'all, last time I saw y'all was like 10 months ago when I got my lipo done. So y'all know I got lipo, I got my hip dips filled out. I feel like they went away. And then I got my veneers. So here are my teeth. And they look a little bit more yellow because the lighting in here is very warm. Well, let me give y'all a little update on how all those things are going. First off, if you just want the too long didn't read version, everything is going great. I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes I wonder if I want more done to my hips because this hip right here still has a dip. Let me try to get y'all lower. So I still have hip dips. Also, it's gonna look more pronounced because I have underwear on. Okay. That's better because when I wear thongs, they cut into my hips and they make my hip dips more pronounced. I do feel like my hip dips came back for the most part. This is my right hip, which is naturally higher than my left. And so let me give y'all a 360. So it's the side, back, side. This dress is from Naked Wardrobe. It's a very comfortable dress. So we'll talk about what to expect with surgery, what my recovery process was like and more in a little bit. But first, let's talk about how I even ended up here. So when I was getting my surgery and stuff done, I was already sort of planning to move to Miami. I lived in Douglasville, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta for like a few years. I was in the Atlanta area for like 8 years. And when I got my surgery done, I was like, I think I really want to move out here. So baby, moving out here was not for the weak. I literally stayed at 3 different places in the past 6 months. I moved here in July. It is now January. And I just wanted to sort of go over my moving journeys to give y'all a little update on how it went so that you guys don't compare yourselves to me and think that it's easy, because this was not. And I had money, okay? So first off, maybe like a month or 2 after my surgery, I took a flight down to Miami to go apartment hunting. I think 6 weeks was when I took the flight. So that was how long I waited until flying. And when I went down, I found a beautiful townhome. Baby, signed the lease, got approved, all that, right? 20 days before I was supposed to move, they pushed my moving date back by 3 months. Mind you, I had to be out in a month. So I didn't have 3 months to spare because I already put my 60-day notice in Atlanta. So I pretty much had to fly back down to Miami and find a last minute apartment. I found another apartment. So yeah, I had found another apartment and it was a good median option. I got a 3-bedroom apartment in there because I really wanted that 3rd bedroom for like a guest room, a workspace, because I make kojic acid turmeric soaps. And also other stuff from the soap maker professionally. So I wanted a workspace and then I wanted my room and a guest room / office, right? Well, 3 days before I was supposed to move, they told me that apartment wasn't going to be ready. So they were a little bit more helpful at this place because they offered to put me in a temporary unit in their building versus the other place told me to get an Airbnb. So I decided to go sight unseen. And I was already packed up and everything. So we went to Miami. Mind you, this was during the crowd strike issue. So Delta flights were not working. People were sleeping at the airport. I had to take a $700 Southwest one-way flight to Miami just to get here. But I got here, got in the apartment, stayed in the temporary unit. I get in my final unit. I was only there for 6 weeks, y'all. And let me tell you why. Because y'all gonna be like, girl, at this point I would have went back to Atlanta. And honestly, this is how I know I want to be in Miami, because the fact that I did not go back home to Atlanta just showed I hate Atlanta. And I won't going back. Okay. So here's what happened. When I get in the temporary unit, I feel like a little sick. I'm thinking, oh, it's allergies. When I get in my final unit, which is the corner unit, it was beautiful. I found myself starting to cough and stuff, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm just having more allergies. So I was on Benadryl, baby. I was on Delsum. I was taking Zyrtec, and nothing was helping. Well, one day I come back at 11 p.m. and my home is torn apart. Walls completely off. Inventory damage. It was insane. There was drywall everywhere. The cat was walking through all the drywall, and I just walked in. I was coughing so bad. Long story short, allegedly that unit had black mold. So I went to my friend's house for what I thought was going to be 3 days. Baby, I was there for 3 months. Okay. And I did sue them, and I did get a settlement. So I can't legally say their name. So I'm so sorry for those who are asking what apartments it is. But yes, I did file a lawsuit. Because I'm not gonna hold you. In my 30s, y'all not gonna keep playing with me. So I'm just starting to sue people. Literally, when I tell you, I'm telling y'all all this for a reason, all you would be like, Brie, that sucks. Brie, that sucks. But if you went home or you turn around during your journey, you would never have got to your destination. There was a reason why I went through all of that, because I was looking at condos and stuff. At this point, I was looking at condos, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I fell in love with this one condo place because it had all these windows, right? Well, the finishes, they just weren't that nice for the price they were charging. And I'm like, I wish I could find a place that had all these type of windows like this one, but nicer finishes. So I almost signed a lease on something that had nicer finishes, but was not a corner unit with barely any windows, right? But it was that bad. Literally, my realtor was like, hey, you ready to sign? And I'm like, I don't know, I need to sleep on that. I just need to sleep on it. 2 days later, where I live at now pops up. It was brand new. Nobody has lived here before. And it pops up, and I looked, they had no pictures. I looked at the floor plan. I'm like, I think it has windows, like a wall of windows. But I don't know. So let me look at Google Maps. So I look at Google Maps and I find the building, and I'm like, I really think this is the wall of windows. Like, if I can read a floor plan correctly, it's looking like windows. So I'm like, okay, we have to go see it. So I told my realtor, I said, hey, I know that I'm looking at condos, but can I please just go see this apartment? And she's like, sure, no problem. They were very hard to get in touch with because they had no phones, nothing set up, because it was so brand new, right? We came and looked at the model, said, oh my God, it's all windows. So then I got this apartment sight unseen, but I looked at the floor plans, and it was the cheapest one that they had. That was a corner unit with all windows. It literally is $1,500 less than what I was paying for the apartment that had mold. And it was nicer, and it was brand new. So I remember coming in the day and actually looking at the final unit, and it had everything, like down to having, I wanted wood cabinets, white and wood. So let me show y'all why God made me wait, okay? Because there is a reason. I got my wall of windows, and they're all the way down. And this is why you have to trust timing. Excuse my kitchen, it's a little bit messy, but you have to trust the process, y'all. Trust the process. So fortunately, I found something that I loved. Literally, and it was cheaper to move in than getting a condo. I don't have to pay first class and security. And y'all, I'm so happy. And it was worth the wait. I love it. So yeah, that is like, we're caught up now, okay? So let's get to the nitty gritty on 2 different things. So I'm gonna go over pretty much everything with my lipo, and give you guys an update on how that works, and really honestly answer a lot of common questions. So let me back up again. Let me back y'all up. And it's winter in Miami, so I have my hair out, but I had it in a ponytail, so it's like, and I'm just gonna clip my hair out the way so that I can feel like I show y'all everything. But okay, so I'm 36, 28 and a half-ish, and 48, okay? So I have a 20-inch difference between my waist and my hips. So it definitely made a difference. Before I was 36, 32-ish, 46, 45, 46 around my hips. So definitely, when I first came out of surgery, I was 36, my underbust is 30. I was 27, and then I was 46-ish. So you guys can see, like, after I took my faja off, I fluffed out, but I fluffed out proportionately. I'm actually in the process of trying to lose a bit of weight. I didn't gain weight. To be honest with you, it's just like the fat fluffed out. So I was like 183-ish going into it. I'm 183 now. I'm really trying to lose, like, I would say up to 10 pounds. I really just want to tone. I feel like at this point, me having surgery, it's gonna throw off like my BMI and stuff like that. So I just want to tone. But what I will say is this thing be thinking. Like, it gets so much attention, it's insane. And like the type of men it attracts, it's cool, but it's also like, I just want to be like a little, I don't know. I be getting attention, y'all. Like, it go crazy. But y'all remember, I just got my hip dips filled. I didn't get my butt done. But how he does the lipo, because I went to Dr.O at Miami Life, he takes it and he goes like this. So he's like, he's actually really good for people who want like the BBL look, but they don't want an actual BBL as one of his specialties. So he like does like an M shape, and that's how he carves out. Like, if you have a whole bunch of back fat, you might have a big booty, but because you're back fat a lot, it make it look a lot flatter than what it really is. The exact look that I asked for no projection and the model look. I wanted to look like I worked out, and I feel like I do, because people compliment me all the time and they're like, girl, what's your workout plan? What's your workout plan? Baby, I just started working out last week, okay? I did not have no diet. I did not work out crazy. This is literally just me vibing. Fish plates, crab boils. There was no moderation. I'm trying to do better now just for personal reasons for my health, but I don't feel like, body-wise, I don't feel like I need it. Like, it's really just for like my arteries. Now, another question I get all the time is like, do I have body dysmorphia? And I definitely do. Like, literally in my mind, it's still sort of hard to keep up like how big my booty is, how little my waist is. Like, I don't know what I see, but I can tell you that I don't know. Like, I just really don't see it all the time. So I get a lot of attention, like walking around and stuff like that, and I just don't see it. I'm like, what am I looking for? Until one day I saw this girl with a big booty. I'm like, oh my God, her booty is so big, but it looks good. My homegirl's like, Brie, that's literally what she looked like. I'm like, oh. Knowing that now, yeah, I just am mindful of it. It definitely gets a lot of attraction. I will say the ballers love it. Or the white men who love curvy women love it. You definitely attract a certain type of guy, to be honest with you. I don't know about if that's a good or bad thing. But you just have to know, like, with big booty come big responsibilities. Okay? So that's pretty much, like, people ask me, like, what's your diet plan? I'm definitely satisfied. I really do want to fill this hip dip out again. But again, I have asymmetry. Naturally, I had this before and I have it after. So I'm just gonna keep them for now because I want kids. I'm 31 now, so I do want to have kids by the time I hit 35-ish. So I'm just gonna keep it. But I thought about getting some filler, but I'm afraid to get filler because I'm like, I don't want like, a lot of doctors don't like to work over fillers. You gotta trust the person who does your filler. It goes away. There's a lot that comes with all this. I don't have any regrets. I definitely think I had an easy run because, again, it was more of a corrective than an actual coming in there and taking out a whole bunch. Because my first run, I took out 10 pounds. I was in pain during that time frame. But now, I said, like, pretty much after y'all saw me, I was just only getting better. I never got worse. No bruises. I didn't have any, like, blood clots. I was traveling by April, May. So life was good for me. Like, I'm very grateful that, you know, I made it out safely. So far, I haven't heard anything bad about my doctor. Yeah, like, that's pretty much my update. So wearing my faja for 6 months, which I feel like makes a big difference. I got a custom faja from, I'll have to put the name of it on, it's like Tributo or something like that. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. 100% I recommend a custom faja. If you do not get one, you're going to need to at least get yours tailored. They let you put your measurements in, and you want to sort of go down like an inch or whatever. And then they made it for you, like, that way I did not have too much compression on my butt. I just finally started sleeping on my back around November-ish, and the reason why is because I got my belly button pierced, so I couldn't sleep in my stomach anymore. And then I started sleeping on my sides this month. So I was so afraid to lose fat, y'all. So that's another thing. Like, that's how long it took for me to feel comfortable sleeping anywhere other than my stomach. Like I said, no regrets. Blood work coming out good. I feel good. Life is good. So yeah, like, now, like, It's just at the point where I feel like the foundation is so well done that when I work out, it will just get better and more toned, but it won't like completely ruin my results. Like, it's like the only way from here is up. Definitely, like I said, if you want to invest in yourself, you know the health risks, like, of course, it's a risk with any type of cosmetic procedure. I don't regret it. And speaking of no regrets, my teeth. So, with my veneers, I 10 out of 10 recommend Dr. Ramon. I know he has a code. I think it's like BREEDental_5 or something like that, where you can save like I forget how much it was, I think like 5% off the procedure or something, but it does save you some money. He did get a bigger clinic out there in Colombia because he's become a lot more popular, especially after my videos went viral. He got like tens of thousands of people. He has had a lot of people come to him and they don't regret it either. Honestly, it's a little yellow in here. My teeth, to me, I'm gonna show y'all in the light, they're still white. So here's my teeth. They're still white. I do feel like they got a little bit yellow, but then sometimes I feel like they didn't. So I don't know, like, again, it's like a dysmorphia thing. Like, I catch myself looking at pictures and I'm like, did it get white? Did it not get white? Do I need to whiten it? Everybody who knows me in person, they're like, they just look so natural. Like, they're like, you got your teeth done? Like, they're not obvious, like, oh, she got veneers. Like, they get very natural. I've had no chipping. I've had no pain. Mild sensitivity, and that's if I don't floss every day. I've noticed that I have to floss. I will have like a video later in this video on like my routine on how I'm going to maintain these. But other than that, like, it's like it's been a breeze. I can't even tell I had them in. I have no complaints. Like, I don't regret it. Really no complaints. Literally everybody's like, your smile is so beautiful, your smile is so beautiful. Like, and they don't even know I have my teeth done. And again, you know, especially out here in Miami, you see some really bad veneers. So I'm very grateful because it definitely changed my trajectory on life. People are like, why didn't you get braces? I had braces. They're like, well, why did you just not get whitening? I had that. I had chips in my teeth. I had tongue rings at one point. So I have chips in my teeth and stuff like that. Braces don't fix chips, y'all. Like, I'm sorry to break it to you. It's just not how life works. If I could have did it, I would have did it. But I don't even have any shifting. I don't really wear my retainer. Sometimes I put it on my bottom teeth just to make sure they don't shift too much. My top teeth shifted a little bit here on the edges, but really nothing crazy, and they look very natural. So again, I'm just really very happy that I chose to make this decision for myself and that I was able to provide another very affordable option for other people. So like, people are like, why didn't you go in America? Baby, they were trying to charge me like $40,000. Why would I spend my money on that? And he trains a lot of American doctors. So 10 out of 10, Dr. Ramon, love him. When I have kids, like, I think you're supposed to like change this out every like 10 to 15 years. I have no, from my understanding, like decay going on right now. We're almost a year post-op. Literally, like, I don't have experienced veneer breath as long as I take care of my teeth. I'll show you guys again my routine later on. But literally, like, I don't have any complications. So whenever I get my teeth redone, that's probably when I want to get my body redone again. So I don't know, baby. I don't know. I just be living. I'm thinking round three. Should I get round 3? I'm gonna have kids first, see how pregnancy do my body and my mouth, and then we'll go from there. He's just a very communicative doctor, and he's really passionate about what he does. So please visit him if you want to get very affordable veneers. I actually had friends go to him, and their teeth look great. They look great. Again, guys, I got bleach 2, 10. I think they're ceramic. So I got 10 on the top, 10 on the bottom, bleach 2, and I have a zirconia crown replacement. And yeah, that's my update. So pretty much I'm gonna sort of take y'all through a few things with me. Pretty much we're gonna work out. Me and my homegirl are gonna work out in my gym. I prefer to run. Now I'm getting into running, and baby, I had to get some running shoes. Let me show y'all. All right, y'all, so I'm in my living room. So I got some running shoes. Let me show y'all the shoes. These are the Nike Quest 6s. I went to DSW. When I tell y'all that these shoes right here, comfortable because I was running in some too small sketches and I had so much pain. As soon as I put these on, the pain goes away. I did go up a full shoe size because first off, my booty got a little big. Let me give it a little 360. You see it. But my booty got bigger. I feel like the older you get with your weight gain, it pushes down on your feet. And my arches definitely got flatter because I was not wearing supportive shoes walking around Miami. Because it's a very, very walkable area where I'm at. And so I wasn't accustomed to that. So I was pretty much, I went up a shoe size, essentially, in running shoes at least. 10 out of 10 recommend these. As now I'm on my maintenance routine for my liposuction because I really didn't want to heavily work out during like that first 6 months because of me not wanting to lose the fat. And I know it can take up to a year to see your full results, so I feel like I'm very close to it now. Starting in November, so a few months ago, maybe about 8 months post-op, 9 months post-op, I started walking and making sure I do 10,000 steps a day just to get back active. Now I'm ready to start running. So here's what I'm doing now. I am running once a day, trying to train for a 5K. I'm also intermittent fasting, which I've already been like unintentionally doing. So I do the 14-10, and then I'm just trying to eat a lot more protein and eat a lot more whole foods because I was eating super unhealthy. So that is my plan to keep maintaining my liposuction. We're gonna work out and just really honestly get the just tighten and tone. But like again, if you have a good surgeon, he'll make you look so natural that like again anything else is a plus. But of course we want to do it for our health because health is wealth. So let's get to it. Okay, y'all. So we're on a walk. It's so nice out here. It was a little hot today, more than normal. I'm walking today because I just want to ease back into running with my new shoes. So I'm trying to break them in. So let's see those. Not going to run, but it's so pretty. Okay, y'all, so my homegirl's here. It's a little later than I want it to be, but we're about to go work out in the gym upstairs. So just do some light workout. I did like 2 miles of walking because I'm trying to do 11,000 steps. So let's go get her and then we'll work out together. All right, y'all, the girls is in the gym. The girls is in the gym. Jazz. In the gym. And we got everything but a Stairmaster here. I don't understand. But the view, like during the daytime, crazy. Super crazy. Let me show you. Oh, you on the phone? No, I'm talking about her. Oh, I'm crying. Yeah, so if you don't want to work out, looking at that, especially in the daytime, gonna make you want to work out. But let's go ahead and get started. All right, so pretty much we both have the same goals right now, so we look good. Okay, don't get it fucked up. We look good, but we just want to tighten up a bit. So I want to lose like 10 pounds. She want to lose 10 pounds. So we're gonna just do a little bit of treadmill today and then a little bit of elliptical to try to like tone a little bit and just break in. Cause I just got these shoes too. I'm not trying to go crazy in them. Just to break it in and then, yeah, you know what I'm saying, go from there. There's no rush. It's a marathon, not a race. So we're back in my bathroom. So I do this morning and night just to give y'all a heads up. The first thing I like to do is I like to floss, and the best floss on the market, whether you have veneers, regular teeth, whatever, is this cocoa floss. This floss right here, 10 out of 10. I don't know why nobody's talking about this, because honestly, this is way better than the Oral-B, Glide, whatever, the blue gel looking floss. This gets rid of any plaque you thought you might have gotten out. Like every day I floss until the floss is clean, and then I have more buildup, of course, the next day, and it really just gets rid of every nook and cranny, little bacteria hiding. I rock this. It's made of like coconut husk or something like that, and it is a really, really great product. And I think the brand is also woman owned. And then to follow up with my flossing, I like to use a water pick. So what I do is I actually get I got this from Amazon. I'm gonna link everything, the floss, water pick, all the stuff you see, I'm gonna link it in Amazon, okay? I use this water pick, and I like to use a generic, because you're gonna go through this quick, a generic mouthwash. So I fill this up about 2/3 to 3/4 of just plain water, and then I top it off with the mouthwash. And it is the perfect blend to blast the little bits and pieces that the floss may have left behind in between your teeth. And it just makes everything feel nice, minty, and fresh, right? So then I go in and I brush my teeth. I use a gel toothpaste. Right now I only have this because I literally just ran out of my gel toothpaste like yesterday. And this is like what I used to travel when I went home for Christmas. So you really don't want to be using this type of toothpaste, which is like the regular paste that's sort of like opaque. And the reason why is because you don't want anything that's like baking soda or whatever, because it's going to be abrasive and it can scratch your veneers. So you need to really honestly lean towards a gel toothpaste, and I'll link a really good one on my storefront. So I use 2 different toothbrushes. So after I eat and stuff, I usually like to use like a medium level bristle. I like to brush my teeth and also my gums. And then morning and night, I like to use like this electric one. This one, honestly, I feel like it polishes my teeth. And this one, I feel like it gets rid of like the buildup and the plaque. So I like to use these in tandem. And yes, I brush my teeth morning and night. The last thing I do are my mouthwashes / coconut oil pulling. Now, I know we're used to the whatever naturals, the one that starts with the G on here, I forgot how to pronounce it, on here. I don't know why no one's talking about this, because this one tastes way better to me. It doesn't leave that greasy residue from the coconut oil, which I felt like was like building up on my veneers and making them look a little bit dull. This one is the Dr. Ginger's coconut oil mouthwash. It tastes like a pina colada. Like, this is a 10 out of 10 for me. And you only need to swish it for 2 minutes, and it just makes your mouth feel so much better. Anybody who I recommend this to, they just make the switch. So I'm gonna link this, of course, but this is what I use to swish around my mouth about 2 minutes, and then I finish off with good old TheraBreath, and I use this to honestly swish on my throat for 30 seconds to a minute, just to get the bacteria that's hiding at the back of your tongue and in your throat. You should be doing this anyway, whether you have veneers, braces, regular teeth, whatever the situation is. You need to be doing this anyway, because that's where most of the bad breath comes from. And yeah, that's my routine. It takes me maybe about 5 minutes twice a day, so it's not a big of a time investment. Definitely worth it, and I've had no complaints. I also have a like hour-long vlog on my teeth on my YouTube. If I don't answer any of those questions there, feel free to ask them below. Absolutely love my teeth. No regrets. All right, y'all, so I actually cleaned my home a little bit. You can't really tell, like my kitchen's clean, and then I have like the back clean, because apparently you're not supposed to clean on the first. So I just got back in the house. I went to the design district, and I went to Tacombe and got some tacos, and then I also went to Salt and Straw. But I want to show y'all my outfit before I came in and talked to y'all. So let me bring y'all down a little bit. So let me show y'all my outfit. This is a brown like dress with naked wardrobe. I wanted to show y'all my body in the outfit again. So when I wear thongs, because I get this thong from Savage Fenty, it sort of cuts into, it's probably because it's too big, too small. And I feel like it makes me look a little square. But other than that, that's the cat. I feel like my doctor definitely did his big one. Also, I want to show you guys my retainer. So I got the same retainer that I had from Colombia. I can't find the top one. And this tooth has always been twisting. So I feel like it was twisting a little bit. So let me put my retainer back in. But yeah, I'm gonna end. I'm gonna end the video on this note. Let me talk to y'all. Let me have a little heart support with my girls. So if you just wanted to see like the aesthetic stuff, then cut off here, but if you wanted to listen to my little speech on some lessons I learned when it comes to dealing with these men's, keep watching. So babe, I'm 31 and I just left a situation. I think I was dealing with this person for like 3 months and I really liked them, and unfortunately I just felt like it was toxic on both ends, and I had to take accountability on my end as well. I put in so much work when I was absent for 2 years, and I healed, and I noticed that I was reactive more than I wanted to be. And I just want y'all to know, when you're dealing with somebody, you're supposed to be bringing the best out in each other. And I'm like, I never even yell like that. And it was so confusing to me on why I was yelling. And it was because, I was being screamed at. So like I'm screaming back, right? But you shouldn't have to match energy like that, and you should not stoop that low. So once I realized it was like on this cycle of toxicity, I had to skedaddle. I was the one that called it off. And honestly, like, look inside myself and be like, why am I still dealing with this type of person? Because like when you grow, you have to change your type. That's what they telling me. So I really, had to do some self-discovery since the situation. It was very verbally abusive at the end, more so towards me, not from me. And I'm just a girl. Like, I don't need to be talked to crazy for me to understand things. Like, you can talk to me like a grown-up and I can get out, I can comprehend. So it was very difficult for me to make the decision to walk away, especially because it was my birthday and it was the holidays, but I felt like how they showed up wasn't sufficient, or it was conditional. I feel like you should show up for people unconditionally during those times. So yeah, I had to learn my lesson with that. And in all fairness, I saw the signs early on and I really ignored them because, I'm thinking, these things come with time. They did a lot of nice things for me. Like, I never had to worry about my car being full of gas. I never had to worry about my car being clean. I was always fed. But then I was yelled at and called out my name, and there was a lot of cursing at me. And so, I can fill my own gas tank, you know what I'm saying? So like, it just really is unfortunate when you try after being like, you feel like you're being selective enough and healed enough, and then you try and then it doesn't work out. But everything's a lesson, everything's progression. You're never ever failing. So I put myself back out there already because your girl want a husband, and my go-to thing is when somebody says something crazy to me, I'd be like, nah, my man, my husband, my father, my kids, my rock, my rib would never speak to me like this. And that's how you gotta think of everything, ladies. You got to think like, what would my husband do? Not this, not that. And another thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna let y'all go, do not compromise on your love languages. I know I love to buy things for people. I find very much so joy in those type of things. I'm a gift giver. I like to do things for people, so I like acts of service, and I like to spend time with people, so I like quality time. Those are my love languages: gifts, acts of service, quality time. If you're dealing with somebody and they got different love languages, it is going to always be convoluted, and you guys are gonna butt heads all the time. So you have to learn to not compromise on that, because like literally there was a point where I told my homegirl, said, if I keep going with this person, I feel like I'm not gonna have my dream life. Like, because I like certain things, I like to do certain things, I like to receive certain things so I can give certain things, and it's like I feel like I'm not gonna have my dream life, but I like them. But this is when people say love and like is not enough, because I feel like they needed a whole different caliber of woman. With all due respect, lower caliber. I'm sorry. And let me tell you, I used to tell them all the time in this situation, I said, I can tell you used to deal with people who don't love themselves. Why? Because I used to not love myself before, and I used to accept the stuff that you're doing. I'm not going for it now because I do love myself. So I feel like they needed a lower quality of woman, and I needed a higher quality of man's. And unfortunately, it just didn't work out, and it's just very disheartening, especially because, I'm 31, I'm up here, my auntie now, clock's ticking. but don't rush it because you want, you know, the end game so bad that you don't realize like the issues you face along the way that really honestly could build a poor foundation. If you're trying to build a house on top of a poor foundation, baby, that thing is gonna crumble. So get out early so you can go find the right thing, the one that you are in alignment with, the one that you feel at peace with, not at odds with. Okay? So if ain't nobody tell you that, girl, I know it'd be hard to let that person go, but it get better. Ain't no shortage of men's out here. I don't care what the internet say. So anywho, that is pretty much a recap of like what's going on, where I've been, da da da. Next things on my channel, I hope I'll show y'all more of me in outfits. I also like, you know, clothes and stuff like that. It's very difficult to find clothes after having surgery. So we will go through that journey together. And then also I'm trying to decorate my apartment. So we'll go through that journey together too. So yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed and prosperous New Year. Happy 2025. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.